Hello to all you gamers and Naughty Dog fans. My name is Cubson, and I am here narrating for Naughty Dog Central today, and we're going to talk all things The Last of Us multiplayer. 2023 marks the 10-year anniversary of the Last of Us franchise. Naughty Dog have promised the studio will share more details about their ambitious The Last of Us multiplayer game, a title that has been in the works for a few years now. Now listen guys, it's no secret that The Last of Us Part 2 was originally expected to launch with this new version of The Last of Us Factions multiplayer. And as some of you probably remember, Naughty Dog explained that the scope of the Factions mode the studio originally announced for the game grew to a point where it just couldn't be included alongside the main game. We know that the studio's been working on this new multiplayer title for a long time, and while the game hasn't been officially announced yet, here's what we do know about the title. So far, the extent of our information on this multiplayer game is the two concept art images that Naughty Dog have revealed to us. There's this first image that was released in 2022 at Summer Games Fest, showcasing two characters fully decked out with weaponry. The biggest tidbit of information we can logically draw from this concept art is that the upcoming multiplayer game will take place in San Francisco, as evidenced by the Golden Gate Bridge in the background, and a few other smaller landmarks seem to match the layout, design, and style of San Francisco. And fans have speculated that this concept art is hinting at one of the game modes included in the game being titled Look Out, as hinted by Naughty Dog. What this game mode could be is a mystery. It appears we may have to keep watch of a teammate as they make their way through the world, as seen in the lower left of the image. This second concept art image gives us a look at the type of landscapes and imagery we can expect from the title. Two characters approach a rundown cruise ship on an abandoned street, maybe hinting at a new level of verticality not found in the single-player Last of Us games. And I gotta say guys, this looks absolutely insane to me. All I can do is hope that we get to run around inside of this gigantic looking cruise ship and just loot and try to fight off other players. That sounds insane. We also officially know that the game will be headed by Naughty Dog veterans Vinit Agarwal, Joe Pettinetti, and Anthony Newman, with Naughty Dog's co-president Neil Druckmann stating that, quote, "The project is shaping up to be a fresh, new experience from our studio, but one rooted in Naughty Dog's passion for delivering incredible stories, characters, and gameplay." Neil Druckmann also said in an interview with comicbook.com that, quote, "The Last of Us multiplayer is one of the studio's most ambitious titles yet."
You know, there's a Last of Us multiplayer project that we've been working on for a long time, since even before Last of Us Part 2 shipped. And that's the most ambitious project we've ever done, expanding the world even further, continuing to tell a story, but in a multiplayer space. And then I won't say too much about that.
And on top of all of that, job listings in recent months have hinted at the project's status as a free-to-play game. A listing on the Naughty Dog career site appeared in 2022 stating that an advantageous bonus for the applicant would be experience with a, quote, "production role supporting a AAA free-to-play live title." Naughty Dog have also recently hired former Fortnite designer Anders Howard to serve as the studio's principal monetization designer. Most notably, Anders played an integral part in the development of Fortnite's Save the World and Battle Royale Battle Pass strategy. This is one of my most important questions for the new Factions game mode. Is it going to be free to play, or is it going to be paid for? It seems like most multiplayer games nowadays are free to play with some sort of microtransactions built in, so I wonder if Naughty Dog will take that approach. The push for live service was also seemingly confirmed by insider Jeff Grubb, who had this to say about the title.
This is definitely going to be one of those 10 live service games that Sony keeps talking about, and the way that they are a bit like they've been, the reason they got delayed, the reason this isn't just Factions, for one, they wanted to make it more ambitious, make it more of its own thing. But then also they wanted to spend a lot of time building out the specific technology so that they could do a live service game in a Naughty Dog way, which means like making it very easy for them to create new content and then just slot it in without you having to download a lot of stuff. They're going to make it very easy to keep it updated and stuff, and adding new content. So that's been their big goal. That's what they've been working on.
We also know that thanks to data miners that The Last of Us Part 2 featured references to the multiplayer mode. Featured in this video by Speclizer, The Last of Us Part 2 has 3 sets of armor that were intended for the multiplayer title: blue, gray, and camouflage.
Stop!
Most likely meaning that players would have been able to upgrade their gear as they got kills during a multiplayer match. We also know that from the datamine files that Battle Royale was considered as a game mode, with the images of a map and strings in the game files appearing with obvious mentions to common Battle Royale tropes. But honestly, if you ask me, the smoke in the background of the very first concept art image that Naughty Dog revealed to us, that kind of breeds that sort of Battle Royale gameplay to me. And granted, it's just a concept art image, we have no idea. But to me, that's what I think that's alluding to. Now, with all of this said, it's unclear what stage the game was at when these files were implemented, but they were certainly ambitious, and it would be interesting to see if these carry over into the new version coming soon. For now, that's all we know. Naughty Dog have promised a big 2023, with the success of The Last of Us on HBO and the franchise's 10-year anniversary coming up, we could potentially see this title as early as this year. But what do you guys think? Are you excited for The Last of Us multiplayer? Do you want it to be free to play? Do you want there to be a Battle Royale mode? Let us know. Thank you for watching, subscribe to Naughty Dog Central, turn on those post notifications, and follow us on Twitter for more The Last of Us.